Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this channel we provide the in-depth knowledge of different programming languages like C, C++, Java, Python, which differentiate you with others. In our series of Python for class 12, we have already uploaded 5 lectures. Today we are going to load the 6th lecture. I think many of you is following all the lectures and able to understand how Python language works. So before starting a new topic, let's recap what we have done in 5 lectures. So let's start. A Python program can contain various components like expressions, statements, comments, functions, blocks and indentation. This recap we have already gone through the 5 lectures. I am just recapping the things before moving to next topic. A Python program can contain various components like expressions, statements, comments, function, blocks and indentation. Now what is expression, what is statement, what is comment, what is function, blocks and indentation we have already gone through. If you are having any doubt, you can comment me. I will try to reply the answer, or you go and check in our previous video. We have already discussed all this topic. Now what is block? Block is represented through indentation. With the help of indentation we can represent the block. Because Python doesn't support opening brace and a closing brace, Python only understand with the help of indentation we are specifying while writing a code. Python support dynamic typing. What does it means? Python support dynamic binding means at any point of time any reference can refer to any type of data. Means if I write a equal to 10, now a is referring to an integer. In next line if I write a is equal to hello, it will start referring to a string. So this is known as dynamic typing. Whereas in traditional languages like C and C++, once a variable start referring to a particular data type, for the complete program we cannot change that data type. Then we have gone through input and output function. What is input function? Input function is used to obtain input from the user, whereas output function is a predefined function or a built-in function or a library function which is used to transfer the data to the standard output device that is known as monitor. Getting my point? Next, operators are the symbols which perform a specific task. We have gone through n number of operators: plus, minus, divide, multiplication. These are operators. What are operators? Operators are the special symbols which performs a specific task. Next one is an expression is composed of one or more operation. It's a valid combination of operators, constants and variables. What is an expression? Expression is a combination of operators, constants and variables. It's a valid combination of operators, constants and variables. Now if we talk about type of variables, type of operator used in an expression determine its type. For example, use of arithmetic operators make its arithmetic expression. These all topic we have already discussed in our previous lectures. If somebody has missed this, go and watch our previous video from lecture 1 to lecture 5. Next is expression can be arithmetic or relational or logical depending upon which operator you are using in the expression. Then we have gone through implicit conversion and explicit conversion. Implicit conversion, it is automatically done. In implicit conversion, all operands are converted up into the type of the largest operand, which is called type per motion. For example, if we are using two data types, integer and float, that integer value will be promoted to float, the largest type. This is known as type per motion. Now if we talk about explicit conversion, the explicit conversion of an operand to a specific type is called typecasting, and it is done by the predefined function, type function, like int, float we have already gone through. So there are two type of conversion. One is implicit conversion and second one is explicit conversion. So in our 5 lectures we have discussed all these topics. If you are having any doubt, you go and watch our previous lectures. In our 6th lecture we are going to start something known as statement flow control. Now what is statement flow control? In a program, try to concentrate what I am teaching. In a program, statement may be executed sequentially, selectively or iteratively. Means किसी भी प्रोग्राम के statements या तो sequentially execute हो सकते हैं या फिर particular you can select either this statement or the other statement means selectively या फिर बार बार repeatedly iteratively execute हो सकते हैं. तो in a program statements may be executed sequentially, selectively or iteratively. Every language provides construct to support sequence selection and iteration. Means हर एक language के पास कुछ ऐसे keywords होते हैं जिसके through sequentially, selectively and iteratively we can execute the statements. Every language provides constructs to support sequence selection or iteration. Getting my point? Let's talk about conditional and loop. A conditional is a statement or a set of statement which is executed on the basis of the result of the condition. Means we will check the condition. If condition will be true, so we want to execute statement 1, 2 and 3. If the condition will be false, so we will execute statement 3, 4 and 5. Means selectively we are deciding which statement we want to execute. That is why we have written a conditional is a statement set which is executed on the basis of the result of a condition. Getting my point? Next is loop. A loop is a statement set which is executed repeatedly until the condition is satisfied. Means किसी भी एक particular statement को या फिर set of statement को आपको repeatedly execute करना है तो we can use something known as loop that we are going to discuss in our next class. Today we will discuss conditional statement. Getting my point? So a loop is a statement set which is executed repeatedly until the condition is satisfied. तो जब तक condition satisfy होंगे तब तक वो statement लगातार execute repeatedly execute होते रहेंगे. जैसे condition false होगी the loop will be terminated. So conditional and loop. So let's see something known as compound statement. So there are three type of statements. First one is compound statement, second one is simple statement and third one is empty statement. We will discuss one by one. These are statements, these are not control or loop conditions. Getting my point? So let's start compound statement. A compound statement represents a group of statement executed as a unit. Means अगर block को execute करना है तो this is known as compound statement. It's a set of statements. A compound statement represent a group of statements executed as a unit. तो particular 4-5 statement को execute करना as a unit, तो that is known as compound statements. General syntax of compound statement is compound statement header colon. Intended body contains single or multiple statement. So this is known as block. The block is a set of single or multiple statements. We will see in the examples. The conditional and the loop are the compound statement. Point to remember for the compound statement. So what is conditional and loop? These are known as compound statement. Why? Because depending upon the condition, a set of statements are executed, whether repeatedly or selectively, iteratively or selectively, that we will decide according to the requirement of the application. The contained statements are not written in the same column as the control statement, rather they are indented to the right or together they are called block. No doubt Python doesn't support opening brace or closing brace, through which a compiler able to differentiate this if start from this if block start from this place and terminates at this place. So how the Python differentiate? Python differentiate with the help of indentation. If we have to one tab to the right side, then we have to write, so compiler knows that this statement comes under if, or this statement comes under else, or this statement comes under this function. So with the help of indentation only the compiler able to differentiate. This is very important. Why this is very important? The complete Python program is depending upon the indentation ki which statement or which block comes under which statement. Getting my point? The contained statements are not written in the same column as the control statement, rather they are indented to the right, together they are called block. Like if block, else block, getting my loop block, these are known as blocks. the first line of the compound statement, that is its header contain colon at the end of it. तो जहाँ से भी आपको block start करना है, at the end it should have colon. Like for example, if num2 is less than num1, here we are specifying what? A colon sign here. Getting my point? Here what we are specifying? We are specifying a colon sign here. See here, this is our colon sign. This if is a statement and this is indentation to the right hand side. We are not writing these two statements in the same column. Why? Because these two statement comes under if. So this is known as what? If block. Indent to right. And this print comes under program because it is written inside the function or same column. Print num2 comma num1 comma t. Getting my point? If num2 is less than num1 colon t is equal to num2 into num1, t equal to t plus 10, indent right, then print num2 comma num1 comma t. Getting my point? Now let's start something known as simple statement. Now what is simple statement? A compound statement are made up of simple statement. Any single executable statement is a simple statement in a Python. What I had said, any single executable statement is a simple statement in a Python. It is just to differentiate different types of statements. Ultimately, compound statements are made up of simple statement. Combination of simple statement becomes the compound statements. Getting my point? And another type of statement is empty statement. The simplest statement is the empty statement which does nothing. In Python, an empty statement is a pass statement. Getting my point? Pass is a keyword. Whenever Python encounter a pass statement, Python does nothing and moves to the next statement in the flow of control. Whenever a Python encounters a pass statement, Python does nothing and moves to the next statement in the flow of control. Means if we want to pass to the next statement, we can use a pass keyword. So these are the three types of statement that Python supports. First one is compound statement, second one is simple statement, and third one is empty statement. Now let's talk about if condition. The if conditionals of Python came in multiple forms. We can use this if in multiple forms. If condition, plain if, first one is plain if, second one is if else condition, and third one is if elif condition. So these are the three forms of if conditional that Python supports: plain if else, and if elif conditions. Let's discuss one by one. Plain if condition statements. An if statement tests a particular condition. If the condition evaluates to be true, a course of action to be followed, that is a statement or a set of statement is executed. If the condition is false, it does nothing. तो plain if condition statement में क्या होता है? If the condition is evaluated or the expression is evaluated, expression may be true or may be false. दोनों में से कोई एक चीज होगा, या तो true होगा या तो false होगा. If a is less than 0, तो a या तो 0 से लेस होगा या तो 0 से बड़ा होगा. तो either true or false. अगर true होगा तो we want to execute a set of statement, और अगर false होगा तो we want to do nothing. So this is a plain if. Now where we will use plain if, where we will use if else, where we will use if else if, that depend upon the requirement of the application. These are the tools which are provided by the Python language to perform a specific task. Getting my point? Now how you want to communicate with the computer, that depend upon the requirement of the application. Whether your work is done with the if, plain if, or you want to use if else, or if you want to use if elif, depending upon the requirement of the application. Getting my point? So this is a general syntax, this is a flow chart. Here we will check the expression may be true or false. We are not checking false because if the condition is false, we want to execute nothing. If true, body of if will be executed. If is a keyword, then condition expression colon either a single statement or a set of statement will be executed. These are the some example. If percent is greater than or equal to 60, what you want to print? You want to print first division. This is indentation. Means this print comes under if. If A is greater than B, colon, print A is greater and print the difference is A minus B. So again these two statements. Now here we are executing single statement and here we are executing multiple statement or a set of statement. And if a condition false, we are doing nothing. Why? Because these are the example of plain if. We are not using else. Getting my point? Okay. Next one is if else. In this form, if test a particular condition, if the condition evaluates to be true, it carries out statements indent below if, and in case evaluates false, it carries out statement indented below else. सिर्फ क्या आपने ऐड कर दिया? else is a keyword. अगर कंडीशन ट्रू होगी तो if के नीचे जो इंडेंट करके हमने स्टेटमेंट्स लिखे हैं वो एग्जीक्यूट होंगे, और अगर कंडीशन फॉल्स होगी तो else के नीचे जो हमने इंडेंट करके स्टेटमेंट्स लिखे हैं वो एग्जीक्यूट होंगे. If condition true, we want to execute this. If condition false, we want to execute else part. This is a flow chart. We will check the test the expression. अगर false होगा तो body of the else part will be executed. अगर true होगा तो body of the if part will be executed. After executing this if condition, program executes further. Getting my point? Let's take an example. This is a general syntax. If condition expression colon statement or a set of statement, else colon statements or set of statements. See here the example. If A is equal to 5, we have forgotten to put here colon here. If A equal to 5, printf A is equal to 5, else printf A is not equal to 5. Now in previous example we are using plain if, we are not using else part. Why? Because requirement says that there is no need to execute the else part, but in this program we want to execute the else part also. Why? Because the requirement says कि अगर A equal to 5 होगा तो आप ये set of statement execute कीजिए, अगर A equal to 5 नहीं होगा तो ये statement execute कीजिए. That is why we are using else here. If A equal to 5, execute print A is equal to 5, else printf A is not equal to 5. Getting my point? And the last one is the if-elif conditional statement. Now see here, sometimes we want to check the condition when control reaches else. There are certain situations जहाँ पे हमको क्या चेक करना पड़ता है कि अगर else part में अगर आपका कंट्रोल जाता है वहाँ जाके फिर आपको कंडीशन चेक करना है. In that case we can use elif. Sometimes we want to check the condition when control reaches else, that is condition test in the form of else if. Python provides if elif and if elif else statement. So Python supports two type of statements, if elif and second one is if elif else. How it works? Let's see. This is a general syntax. If condition satisfy, execute this statements. Elif, again we are using condition here. Getting my point? Again we are using condition here. If this condition satisfy, execute this. We are not using else here. Another form, if condition satisfy colon, execute this statement. If condition false, come to this statement. Again check the condition. If condition satisfy, execute this statement, else execute this statement. So this is an example of if elif, and this is an example of if elif and else. Getting my point? Let's take an example. If num is less than 0, print A is negative number. Elif num equal to 0. Means here we are checking one condition. In elif also we are checking one condition. If num is less than 0, colon print A is negative number. Elif num equal to 0, अगर 0 है तो print num is equal to 0, else तीनों condition में क्या करना, print number is positive number. So in this way we can use if, elif and else. In next class we will learn something known as nested if. Before going to nested if, we will go through some practical problems in the next class. If you are having any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. I will try to reply in the 24 hours. Go through this, each and every line is very important. Go through this, all the topics that we have discussed in the today's class. I think we should stop here. If any doubt, you can ask me. So if you like the contents of the channel, please like, share and subscribe as much you can. It motivates us. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.